Joining me now is Matt Maley, Chief Market Strategist at Miller Tabak. Matt, hi, morning from India. How do you look at the revival of the AI trade coming back? Microsoft and Meta had a different commentary to begin with.
Yeah, the situation is certainly given the stock market some very much needed relief, especially with the in the tech sector, because obviously we had seen a whole series of companies reporting good earnings and giving good guidance, and yet the stocks were going down despite that good news. So finally, this week with Microsoft yesterday and Amazon after the close on Thursday, these stocks are rebounding nicely, and that's finally giving us some relief. The key is going to be, can we see this, upside follow through? Because some people, we could see that this group was just getting oversold on a technical basis. So is it just a short-term bounce that's going to fail quickly, or is it going to have some momentum? And it'll take another, probably another week before we can figure that out.
And the kind of commentary which is coming from the inflation point of view, the PCE numbers came in yesterday, little softer than expected. Is that a cushion for the market?
Well, it definitely helps. I mean, the one thing that people are a little bit concerned about, though, is that, of course, that the bond market really it continues to act poorly, and it's very near its the 10-year yield is very near its highest level in the U.S. in 18 months, and the 30-year yield is at the highest level since 2007. So people are a little bit worried about what the new chairman is going to do, Chairman Warsh, and also the impact of these budget deficits that Jamie Dimon has been talking about, the CEO of JP Morgan.
Matt, hi, morning. More than that, what's exciting is what's happening in Korea. I mean, look at these markets. Seems like some sort of curb must be put in place soon. You think it could be headed in that way, perhaps, because the kind of retail leverage that's at play in the market?
Well, one of the things that happens with any market, if you get forced selling, like we certainly saw in South Korea, actually on several occasions in the last couple of weeks, but we really saw it this week as well. And when you get those margin calls and things that cause people to sell at any price, once that subsides, it gives the market an air pocket. And so you always see these kind of big bounces, although this one is certainly bigger than you usually see at 13%. But again, we're going to have to see more upside follow through before we can really calm down, because we do know when you see a big bear market or a bubble collapse that some people, a bubble bursting, and some people believe this is a bubble. You get these sharp rallies every once in a while, but they fail and roll back over. So it's going to be important that the next few weeks, these markets, especially in South Korea, can hold their recent lows.
The other thing, of course, is what's happening with Apple, for instance, right now. And I can see that the street is still raising the estimates, even though it was a very volatile reaction to the earnings, despite of the memory crunch.
Yeah, it's interesting because Apple have been doing so well recently. Number one, because they haven't really been any problems with overspending when it came to the AI situation, and therefore it was seen kind of as a safe haven. So people were rotating out of some tech stocks, but there was also some rotation within the tech sector, and they were going into Apple. So it's interesting, though, that with their numbers today, the stock is actually going down, because I think people are taking some profits in Apple and moving back into those other Mag 7 names. But again, we're going to have to see how things play out over the coming weeks and just tell us if this is just a relief rally or something that has legs.
Matt, what's your estimate? Is there a divided street with respect to AI? Because the way the commentary came from Meta, and Meta took a knock for last 2 days, and the way the commentary is coming from Microsoft is totally different.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's going to be very interesting over the coming months, because we have these companies, these hyperscalers in the past all of them had a monopoly or near monopoly on their best businesses. And all of them are spending like that they're going to have a monopoly on AI. And AI is a much more of a commoditized business. And therefore, we're not going to have 4 or 5 winners. We might have 1 or 2. So people are going to have to be very discriminating on which companies they look at. I think that Google and Amazon have the best chance of coming out the winners, where Meta and Microsoft and Oracle are going to have a tougher time.
Okay, Matt, great to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for your time.